And good morning, Masters of Virtual Room 502. How are y'all doing today? Hope all is well with you and yours. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need a whiteboard and marker, a scratch board, and scratch paper, and a pen or pencil. And we are the copycats. All right, so we're going to start off with, guess what? Decomposing fractions. So let's go ahead and make a diagram. And we're going to break this into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? I'm going to shade 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. Okay? Now, this whole diagram represents one whole, right? So we know by now that this 3/4, this represents 3/4. Now we know that if it was 4/4, that is if I were to shade in the other one, that would equal one whole, the whole thing. But we're only 3/4 of the way there. And we're going to decompose this into an equivalent fraction, but one that has smaller units, but more units. Now, how does that work? Well, we went over that a little bit with our math group yesterday. So let's go ahead and cut that in half, okay? So what do we wound up with? I want you to think about that and write the fraction right down here. Okay, go right ahead whenever you're ready. If you did this and you wrote down, okay, there are 6 shaded pieces and there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 eighths, you're absolutely correct. And notice that the units got smaller than when they were quarters, but there's more of them. So they're equivalent, just smaller and more. Let's take a look at how this works in the land of multiplication. 3/4 equals and equals. Now we're going to put our 3/4 over here. And what do we multiply by? Well, we put this in from 1 row to 2 rows, so I bet if we multiply by 2, things will be fine. Now remember, 2/2, we call this. It's just that fancy form of 1. When the numerator and the denominator are the same, it is 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 and 8 is 8. And lo and behold, look at that. We have equivalent fractions. All right. Go and take a quick little break and come on back for part 2 and then part 3. Just waiting for that screencastify to come back up.